When the 76ers want James Wiseman, Andrew Wiggins, and draft picks for Ben Simmons, this is what I'd say.
Now that's a bit of a problem.
When the Wizards want James Wiseman, Andrew Wiggins, and draft picks for Bradley Beal, this is how I'd laugh.
If
the Toronto Raptors succeed in acquiring James Wiseman, Andrew Wiggins, and draft picks for Pascal Siakam, this is what I'd feel like doing.
On for the head.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Warriors don't need a trade to win the 2022 championship. There are really just 5 offseason developments that will guarantee the Warriors a championship in 2022. First off, I'll start with the big ticket, James Wiseman. The number 2 overall pick in 2020 really needs to take a page out of DeAndre Ayton's book and really make it a focus to master just the basic things, but at an elite level.
Booker the drive, left hand won't go. Ayton the offensive rebounds, back up and in.
Forget the 3-ball, forget all the ISO moves, forget all the razzle-dazzle. Just running the floor, being a pick-and-roll threat, and punishing mismatches at the rim is good enough for Wiseman on the offensive end of the court. And then, on the other end of the court, just rebounding and defending at a high level is enough for Wiseman to be an impactful contributor on a championship-level team.
Curry leads the Warriors with 11, Poole off the bench with 10. Oubre trying to follow there, now Wiseman.
That is all Wiseman should be focusing on in terms of skills development for the offseason. That's pretty much all DeAndre Ayton's doing in helping the Phoenix Suns reach the finals for the first time in over 20 years. Just some very basic, simple, textbook stuff. Wiseman is more than capable of pulling this off. He has a similar build to DeAndre Ayton, but perhaps just needs to put on about 5 or 10 pounds of muscle. In terms of stature, Wiseman has that same lanky wingspan as Ayton, stands an inch taller, and is arguably more athletic than the Phoenix Suns center. The only thing James was lacking was the experience. So now, with 1 season under his belt and a whole offseason to work on his game, alongside the Warriors hiring Nikola Jokic's old coach, and also calling in Kevin Garnett for some center-to-center training, I am stoked to see a new and improved Wiseman.
Feed Wiseman on the block. There is that counter move.
If Wiseman does make the necessary adjustments and starts doing all the things Ayton does, there is no reason why Wiseman can't start averaging about 15 points per game and 10 rebounds on about 60% shooting from the floor. These little developments from Wiseman would be huge for the Warriors, and similarly, what's next will also pay huge dividends for the Warriors, and that's an improvement from the first man coming off the bench, Jordan Poole. In the last 10 games of the 2021 season, the second-year guard averaged 16.5 points per game while shooting 48% from the field, 36% from three-point land, and 87% at the free throw stripe. That is honestly already good enough to be in contention for the 6th Man of the Year.
Couple of all-stars and up court quickly. It's Poole on the push. Nice. Jordan Poole with the flush.
I mean, the 6th Man of the Year winner, Jordan Clarkson, averaged 18.4 points while shooting about 43% from the field, 35% from 3, and 90% at the free throw line. If Jordan Poole can just raise his game slightly and average 18 points per game while shooting close to 50, 40, and 90, that'll give the bench of the Warriors a huge boost, and it'll bring them that much closer to being a championship-level team. It'll also give them another reason to celebrate, as JP becomes the 2022 6th Man of the Year.
The honors, the lead down to 9. Poole off the curl. Got it, man. That is a very...
Speaking of celebrating, I just celebrated this next dude the other day as he went off for 23 points on 9 of 16 shooting in the qualifying round of the Tokyo Olympics. This next guy is hooping it up while representing Team Canada at the moment. And if he just refines his game ever so slightly, that'll make the 2022 Warriors team absolutely lethal. I'm talking about Andrew Wiggins. The number 1 pick from 2014 just came off his most efficient shooting year of his career, while averaging about 40% from the field, 38% from beyond the arc, and 71% at the free throw line. A lot of what will make Wiggins more effective is an aggressive mindset going into games and being smarter with his shot selections.
Andrew Wiggins over Steven Adams. The length of
If Wiggins practices his free throw accuracy in the offseason and resorts to being a player who mainly either attacks the rim or shoots open threes, there's no reason why he can't average 20 points per game while shooting 50, 40, and 80. Let me say this. If Wiggins can start averaging 20 points on efficient shooting percentages as the third option, this Warriors team is going to be lethal to the point where opposing teams can expect to be blown out of the water. Speaking of lethal, someone who definitely needs to be more of a lethal threat on the floor is Draymond Green, the heart and soul of the Warriors. In Draymond's case, however, we're not going to ask him to do anything he hasn't done before. All he needs to do is put up numbers similar to his 2015-2016 season, where he averaged 14 points while shooting 49% from the field and 39% from three-point land. Making his open threes and developing a reliable floater is all Draymond needs in his toolbox to become a lethal threat when playing alongside the Splash Brothers. If these two techniques are improved upon over the offseason, the Warriors cannot hope to be any better.
Backs in, up top to Green, left wide open, connects, clutch three from Draymond Green.
That is, unless Steph Curry starts playing MVP E-level basketball, most valuable person ever. With all that Steph Curry does on a year-to-year basis, it's hard to think that he can improve and become even better. But in the month of April, through double teams and triple teams, Steph Curry still managed to play arguably the best basketball of his career, as he averaged 37.3 points while shooting 51.8% from the field and 46.6% from three-point land.
Key to their success moving forward. They need a healthy whole Kemba Walker at his best, where he can take pressure off of.
With the return of Klay Thompson and the development of the rest of the Warriors squad, teams won't be able to just double-team the chef anymore. And that'll give the 2021 scoring title winner so many different options to attack and put the ball back in the basket. Whether it's a high pick and roll or just dancing with whoever's defending him, Curry can definitely win his third MVP and third scoring title, along the way to winning his fourth championship and first finals MVP.
Toscano Anderson with a save goes crashing over the scores table. Curry for three. It's good.
Developments. This offseason is full of opportunities, and if the Warriors can just capitalize by focusing on what's in front of them, not even a healthy Brooklyn Nets roster is going to be able to stop this team. And that's what leads me to my last point, health. The last offseason development the Warriors have to figure out is how to stay healthy during the course of the 2022 season. This year, more than ever, stars and superstars are being injured and sent to the hospital for MRIs. I think that as a result of all the injuries this season, and from watching Brian Sutterer on his analysis of the injuries, I've gained the equivalent of about 4 college credits on sports medicine. All jokes aside, these injuries have plagued the 2020-2021 season. Steph Curry and his tailbone injury, Klay Thompson with his Achilles, Jamal Murray and his ACL, Kyrie Irving, his ankle, and James Harden with his hamstring. Let's see what else there was. LeBron James and his ankle, AD and his groin, most recently, Kawhi and his knee, followed by Giannis and his knee. That's a lot of names so far, but I'm sure I can keep going further. Boston's Jaylen Brown and rookie sensation LaMelo Ball both had wrist injuries, and even Zion Williamson had a finger injury that ended his season a few games early. Donovan Mitchell and Joel Embiid both had nagging injuries, which prevented them from playing at 100% in the conference semifinals. Injuries stink, guys, and they're shaping the NBA. I mean, the Phoenix Suns, who just made the finals as they ousted the Clippers in 6, are going to the finals as a result of the combination of being able to stay healthy and as a result of opponent injuries. In their first-round series against the Lakers, AD was pretty much out from Game 4 on, and LeBron, he wasn't playing at 100% either. In their second-round series against the Nuggets, Jamal Murray, the Nuggets' star combo guard, couldn't play and was left to cheer from the sidelines. And I'm confident that if Kawhi Leonard was healthy in the conference finals, the Clippers would be playing in the 2021 finals. Health, and health. The 2022 Warriors need to understand that the difference between them winning or losing the championship could be just a battle with attrition, which is why during the offseason, the Warriors coaching staff really needs to take a page out of LeBron James' book and truly enhance their injury prevention program.
When you get into the machine, you'll be about minus 110 degrees Celsius, and then it will drop to about anywhere between.
Personal nutrition, physiotherapists, training in injury prevention exercises, and even a freezing crypto chamber has got to be part of each Warrior off-court routine. Otherwise, a few injuries here and there could completely derail the Warriors and their championship aspirations. Health, however, isn't the only thing that could prevent this Warriors team from winning everything. In fact, I go over in this video here something dangerous that's happening this offseason that could not only cost the Warriors in 2022, but it could completely destroy the dynasty the Warriors have in front of them. Man, it's mind-boggling to me how these talks could even be entertained by GM Bob Myers, so I had to address it. Click the video, guys, watch it, and I'll see you on the other side.